so often, the Sports Hangover touches on mature topics. Discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Sports Hangover. I'm Jeremy, that's Mike, and we have a big show coming up. We are going to talk about Ray Rice, but we're going to talk about it a little differently.
Well, how are we going to talk about it differently, Jeremy? Do we now?
It's our job to make it different, Mike.
I know, Jeremy. But so here's the thing, Jeremy. We're trying out a new thing. We're gonna play the video as we talk about it. Is that okay?
Wait, one of my things is I don't want to see the video anymore. And you're just going to throw the video out there?
Throw the video on top.
Throw it up. I'll just talk about it.
All right, so tell me about it, Jeremy. Tell me
All right,
your
so
twist
everyone
in the story.
knows what's going on. This is ever-changing.
Yes.
A few things here.
Tell me.
Why did the video change everyone's view of this crime? We knew Ray Rice knocked this girl out. We saw him dragging her out of it. Why did the video change his suspension, his fate with the Ravens, Roger Goodell's situation? Why did the video change everything? That's my first question.
Jeremy, I have no idea. Because first of all, she was when you saw her getting dragged out of the elevator, you knew that he knocked her out. It wasn't just like a little tap in the head.
We knew.
Yeah, I just think this is more for the media to take hold of for the NFL. Like, they're saying this is a bad job on you guys. Why didn't you guys look at this?
The video is gruesome. Have you ever hit someone as hard as he hit her?
No, I don't think I've ever been hit that hard either.
I've been hit that hard. I've never hit. I got jumped once.
Okay. Okay. That is a different.
Greg was there.
I was not there.
You weren't there.
I think he got beat up too.
The second part of this is, why did the NFL not obtain this tape? How did TMZ obtain it before the NFL? The NFL makes so much more money than TMZ. They have so many more means. They need to protect their investment here. Why did they not get it, and why did TMZ?
Jared, I don't think they really even cared. They were just like, it was a domestic violence thing, whatever. Most of the time this happens, there's never video, and they just go off of like, okay, he hit me this many times, I have bruises here, and this is what it is. That's, I think, how they got it delivered. Here's the evidence without the video. And the video was just like a bonus. Like, oh, by the way, we were in a casino, and now you get to see us getting hit.
We're going to talk about Roger Goodell and the NFL's role in this in a second. That's our second shot. But Ray Rice, I know you wrote in our show notes, he's going to be removed from Madden 15. The backlash is really incredible. I'm shocked.
It's too crazy. He's suspended. He's off the team, off the Ravens. Hurts my fantasy football team. I paid,
it's all about you now.
Oh, I paid what? I think $15-16 for him. So that's a good chunk of change right there for a guy that will not ever play, possibly again. He's out of the Madden 15 game. I think it's too far. It's like, yeah, we already know he already did this, but everybody supported him when he came back, and the teammates were like, oh, cool, this will be great. We're going to stand behind him. We're the Ravens. And then flip-flop like that.
It's shocking. I'm not going to say it's right or wrong, but the Madden 15 thing is the most shocking to me, that he was eliminated from a game. He did not kill anyone.
No.
He did not commit murder. Ray Lewis committed murder. NFL players have committed murder. I don't think they were taken out of video games, even though they may have been.
Well, Jeremy, back then there was no video to prove that. So let's go to our second shot. Yeah. Roger Goodell's job is now on the line. People are calling for him to resign, or they're going to try to kick him out. I don't agree, Jeremy. I think he's at the top right now, right? It takes a lot of movement to get information up to a top dog. It gets filtered in and out. Hand this to him. Let me see this. He might have not known there was a video, but I'm sure if he browsed the internet, he must have seen it. I'm sure he doesn't just sit at home reading a newspaper.
People saw this video weeks ago. Chris Carter on ESPN said he saw this video 2 weeks ago. Roger Goodell said he knew this video existed, but he was not given it by the casino, so he gave up. He did not try to obtain this video. Roger Goodell makes $40 million a year, $44 million, to make sure shit like this doesn't happen. And now it's happening, Mike, and someone needs to take the fall for it. I think someone needs to. If someone in his office saw that video, he needs to take the fall.
It's more about the decision he made. He was lenient on it. It's like the NFL said, 2 games, suspended. And I think when you're in power like that, it's hard. The whole point is it's a hard job because you have to make hard decisions. So
why did he only give 2 games? If you would have given 6 or 8 games initially, this would never be happening right now. None of this would be happening.
So he had to make a decision. He's like, we don't have any policies in place. 2 games, it's what it's going to be now. They obviously changed their mind down the road. Now it's going to be, 8 games? I don't know what it is.
He's indefinite.
Yeah.
He'll probably never play again.
No, Ray Rice, but now it's like if that does happen again.
Right.
Like
the policy is 6 games. Right?
Yeah, but I'm sure they'll try to push him out of the league as well. Because no one wants it, but
He'll never play again, Mike.
I know. I mean, There's hope, but my fantasy team is.
You dropped him, I hope.
I tried to, but then I couldn't get anybody.
Roger Goodell and the public relations battle in this is just crazy. It's on every TV show. We see it more and more in sports where a off the field subject takes control of the whole thing. We see it all the time, and it's everywhere. And he will not survive this. I'm telling you right now, Roger Goodell will lose his job over this.
But I don't agree with it. I mean, there's nothing. It's not like I'm gonna go stand like, hey, Roger Goodell. So
if someone in the NFL saw the video under his watch, he is the leader of the NFL. You think he should keep his job?
But you're saying it's like, I don't know. I guess it's never mind. I was gonna say it's like if the president, like if somebody in the White House was getting a blowjob and got caught, it's not the president's job to monitor that. You don't want to task manage everybody. You just want to know what you need to know.
But someone needs to take the fall, and whoever this woman is on the phone is not going to take the fall. It is Goodell. He's going to lose his job.
It's gotta be somebody else.
He's paid too much to allow this to happen. Too much.
Jeremy.
The NFL sponsors are going to
disagree, Jeremy.
They're going to come to the owners. They're going to say, we need this guy out. It's too much. The owners will go to Goodell and say, you're out. Next man up.
Let's go to the third shot. Jeremy,
right.
What do you got for me?
Staying with Ray Rice, I want you to rank who is most responsible for this mess. Who deserves the most criticism of these three parties?
Okay.
Ray Rice, the Baltimore Ravens, Roger Goodell. You go first.
I'm going to say first the Ravens because they could have cut him weeks before that, but they came back and supported him. The NFL didn't come back with open arms and saying, like, here you go, you can come back.
Okay. I think that's crazy. Go ahead.
Okay. And then who is Ray Rice and
Ray
Roger
Rice
Goodell?
and Goodell.
And then obviously Ray Rice. He did it. But he did stand up for what he did. He said, hey, I did this. I'm going to go try to get help. Even though he still did it, it's really
what
bad.
Help?
He's going to go, like, I don't know, whatever they do to help him, like, you know, if you have anger management, you go to anger management classes, stuff like that.
Yeah, is he going to do that?
I think so. That's why he's getting such a low. He's not going to jail.
Yeah.
Most time you go to jail if you hit a woman, and yeah.
He should be going to jail.
Number 3, I would say Roger Goodell. He's the farthest.
Don't blame Goodell at all. No big deal, Raj.
He's the way back there. He's barely there. He's in a high rise.
How on earth do you blame the Ravens more than Ray Rice?
Because they were the ones that openly supported him when he came back. It wasn't the NFL. Ray Rice, yeah, he did it, but the Ravens were just like, we'll take him back. We could use him. They were supporting him. So if they said, no, we're going to cut you, we don't believe in what you did, they could have stood up to the NFL, to Ray Rice, to domestic violence, but the Ravens were like, hey, we need this guy.
Interesting take. So I'm going to rank it Ray Rice, number 1.
Okay.
He hit that woman so hard.
I agree.
So freaking hard. You don't hit a man that hard. My friend Tony Mauser, your friend too, he hits people all the time in the face. I've never seen him hit anyone that hard.
Yeah.
Ever. Joke. Number 2, Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell deserves so much criticism here. I believe he should lose his job. I really do. The hashtag he gone. I've been tweeting it from TSH Podcast all week long.
No.
He gone. And 3, the Ravens. What incentive is there for them to discipline Ray Rice? He is a player on their team. It's like, it's up to the principal. It's not up to the teacher. It's up to the principal to lay down the hammer. The Ravens aren't responsible for that. They want him to play. They want him on the field. It shouldn't be up to them. It should be the Roger Goodell and the NFL that put the discipline out there.
All right. Let's go to shot number 4.
All right. This is continuing Ray Rice, but voyeurism, right? All right. So we see it all the time. We see the Donald Sterling tape. Someone was listening in. Mm-hmm. We see the elevator video. Someone's watching.
Remember we're on my balcony? I used to have binoculars. You could look at other people.
You did that? Okay.
Continue on.
Arrow pointing to you. 2 of the top-rated TV shows this week. Do you know they're both centered around voyeurism? One is Big Brother, where you're stuck in a house for 3 months.
Jeremy, that's been on for like 20 years.
Dude, 15 million people watch it every night.
Do you know my cousin that visited me? Reality show in France.
He's on a reality show.
It's called Secret Story. Look it up. He's now famous in France.
We need to get him on the show and get some views. And then another one, this new show called Utopia, where these people go live in the middle of California for a year, and there's cameras following them, and they have no electricity, and they try to live. What's up with this craze? What is up with our human population that feels the need to spy on, to watch, to creep.
Because it's like video games. It's like you get to live in somebody else's life with actually having
It's
to
a
do
little
it.
sick.
But
it's
you
a little sick.
You get like when you play video games, you like immerse yourself. You get to play. You get kind of. Why am I getting? I'm getting another call on my computer.
Shut it down. It's unacceptable.
I know. I don't. Hold on. How am I?
Decline the call.
I declined. Okay.
Voyeurism. You are a voyeur.
Somebody's listening in on me.
Exactly.
The
FCC is guilty of it.
I know.
TSA, NSA.
I don't like any of these shows, but it's like watching TV. You watch the TV show because you want to see this, like, you want to see Mission Impossible. You want to see him, like, go save the day. Or you want to, like, I watched, what's that Tom Cruise movie where he's like a machine where he can die and come back to life? I watched that. It's like, oh, well, that's a cool.
That's different. That's not real life. These are real life repercussions when you spy on someone, when you have video everywhere. It's a weird world we're living in.
You're talking about something different. You're talking about, like, voyeurism to, like, the degree of not putting it online. You're talking about, like, cameras on the side of the streets and people hacking your email, stuff like that.
It's too common. The whole thing is too common. It's a fascination that humans have, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
Is that okay? Who are we?
That's my topic. I'm not playing a game with it. That's our topic.
All right. Let's go to number 5. Let's go to the gambling section, Jeremy. Last week I gave out a parlay. It wasn't a good week for me. I thought I was going to hit a lot more of these. So I had the Vikings.
Go ahead.
The Vikings, Raiders, Broncos, Giants, and Saints. So the only 2 that hit were the Vikings and Raiders. So I went 2 out of 5.
So I'm pretty sure I told you the Falcons would beat the Saints.
Yeah, I think you did that, yeah.
And the Giants would not be close to the Lions.
Yeah, so that all happened.
Those are bad bets, but you got the other 3, which is good. So what do you have this week?
This week I have the Broncos again, minus 13.
That's a big cover. Kansas City's pretty bad, though.
I mean, they're a good team, and Kansas City is not good. Their defense is gone. What?
More on Kansas City later.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I have the Houston Texans versus the Oakland Raiders, who I think the Raiders are going to be kind of good this year.
But the Texans, so you're taking the Texans.
Taking the Texans minus 3. I think,
and that's on the road. That's at Oakland.
Yeah, I think they can
careful
beat them.
Careful. That team was 2-14 last year.
I know, but they look good. Their defense. I mean, they got good guys on defense. Okay. I'm taking the Seahawks minus 6
on the road. They don't play nearly as good.
Barely on the road though. Just headed down to San Diego.
It's not in Seattle.
It's not in Seattle.
Were almost 500 on the road last year. Did you know that?
Well, I'm taking a gamble here, Jeremy. Saints going back to them minus 6.5. Forgot who they're playing, but
they're playing Cleveland, and I kind of like Cleveland in that game, at least to cover. So I'm just disagreeing.
You do not like these at all. And the Redskins minus 5.5
against Jacksonville. Jacksonville looked good against Philly. I think they might win that game. I think they.
So should I?
Let's just reverse all
those.
Should
I reverse all those bets?
I think you should flip them all around. And
I'll do a reverse bet of the same thing and see what happens. So that's who I'm going with this week. Last week only one hit that I didn't even talk about. It was just like one that I did right before all the games started.
But you made money, which is good.
I did make money, but not on the ones that I talked about. So.
All right, the perfect parlay. You just want to run through those real quick?
Didn't hit it last week. I don't know if you know. I would have been.
Sure, you'll hit it this week. It's what do you win? $1 million? $10 million?
I win $100,000, but I can win it every single week. All right.
We are splitting
on sportsbook.ag, of course. Lions plus 3. I like. Bills plus 1. I also like. Bills are good.
It's the Dolphins. They're home dog. I like the home dog.
Jags plus 6.
Hey, you just contradicted yourself.
Hey, gotta hedge my bets places, Jeremy. Titans minus 3
against the Cowboys.
Yep. Cardinals minus 1 against the Giants.
Traveling to New York. New York's a sneaky play there. I'm just saying. I'm not saying pick them. It's sneaky.
Jeremy, did you see that Carson Palmer last week? He was good.
I did. Listen, Carson Palmer. They played late Monday night. Now they have to go on the road. So think about this. They play Monday night. They have a Tuesday off day. They practice Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They have to fly across the country on Saturday. Okay. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Did you see how bad Eli was last week?
The worst.
Terrible. The worst. I have the Patriots minus 3. They can't lose 2 in a row.
They can't. They might, but they can't.
Now, Jeremy, I don't like getting Tony was saying like, oh, you give him a call right before like, oh, Miami's going to win this. It's hot down there. I would like information before that happens so I could place bets because halfway through it's like, oh well, fuck.
You were heavy on the Patriots.
I was heavy on them. I really liked them.
I knew the Dolphins would win that game. I was confident. It was humidity.
All right, Saints minus 7
against Cleveland. Okay.
Falcons plus 5.
I like that one a lot. I really do.
Who are the Falcons?
They are on the road against Cincinnati. Falcons are a good team again. They just had a bad year.
Yeah. Rams +6. I'm taking.
You're heavy on the Rams. You were telling me you're heavy on the Rams against Tampa.
Just because Tampa's not good.
They're not.
And the Rams aren't that good, but they can be good. They have
More
talent.
Bucks later.
Seahawks -6. Going with San Diego. I like that one. Texans -3.
Yep.
Jets +9. Got to take
Covering in Green Bay. That could be a smoke show from Aaron Rodgers. They're pissed off about that.
I don't know. They looked bad against Seattle. The Jets have some sort of D going on there, right? So it's not that bad.
They don't have the pass D. They'll shut down Eddie Lacy, but Rodgers might throw for 400.
But I thought +9. You got to take those points. They could save it with a field goal at the end.
You're hedging again. I'm not a big fan of the hedge.
I know. Chiefs +14.
It's like you're riding the fence. Why don't you pick a side and stick to it?
But Jeremy, if one side hits, I'm glad I'm on that side. Chiefs +14. This is hard to say no to, especially because in my parlay it's like, okay, yeah, Denver. If they win, they win. But if my perfect parlay hits over here, last week, Jeremy, 10 underdogs won.
The spread?
Yeah, they covered the spread.
Really? The lines weren't big enough. That's
a lot. That's 10 out of 16 games.
You know, that means take the favorites this week.
I made a parlay with all the underdogs. 49ers -7.
And that's a tough line because Chicago's a good team going out there, but the 49ers are opening their stadium. They'll be fired up.
All right. Eagles +3.
I like that.
And I thought you liked Indy. You were saying you liked Indy.
No, I was throwing a curveball at you. So we're both making one pick. Are we going to do that now? Are we going to do our...
Well, let's go to number 6. Number 6, our 6th shot is where we're going to make our one pick, right?
Well, I thought that was an eliminator.
Well, we can talk about it at the same spot, right? So, all right. Well,
we already took the shot, so...
Let's put it in. All right. So, Jeremy, we're going to play a game every week. Okay. Are we going to make another bet? You want to do another jersey bet at the end of the season? Who has more wins at the end of the season? Starting now.
Jersey, what can we do?
It's $20, Jeremy.
How about this?
All right.
Next time it's appropriate, we'll buy the other one and a ticket to an NFL game.
Wow.
We've been to an NFL game before.
Yeah.
We might go to Seattle sometime, me and you, just the two of us.
That'd be nice. There's a Seahawks game.
I know. You should definitely go, by the way.
Who am I going to go? I got to go. So I got to lose so I can buy you a ticket.
Yeah. So I think that's what it should be because we'll be in New York or we'll be in somewhere and we'll want to go to a game. Denver, maybe.
We can't bring Sam, though. Sam's our friend that fell asleep during a football game. A professional football game. We were sitting there. He fell asleep next to us.
I think that people really love when we talk about our friends. I really think that people love it.
I think they do. They get to know who we hang out with. One guy's really aggressive. One guy falls asleep during football games. All right, Jeremy. My eliminator pick, and also I will take them against the spread this week. I'm taking Arizona.
Okay, we both took Philly last week in the eliminator.
That was scary.
I was scared.
I was terrified.
You know, I almost took the Bears, and they lost to the Bills. I thought about the Bears for a while.
I'm in an eliminator pool with 16,000 people. 5,500 people eliminated last week.
How are there that many? Those are all your friends?
This is on the sports book.
Okay.
Yeah, those are all my friends. 16,000 people I know.
Exactly. All right, tell me who you're picking this week.
I'm taking the Arizona Cardinals minus. Okay. I think I got it at -2, 2.5, or what line do we want to go with right now?
An eliminator is no line. There's no line.
No, I know, but I want to know. But I'm also taking them against.
This is our lock,
and this is my lock of the week against you.
It's not the same thing though, correct?
Correct, but I'm taking.
But you're doing both.
I'm doing both.
Okay, okay. With the point spread, I like what you're doing with Arizona. That's fine. I did tell you to watch out for them. For eliminator purposes, I cannot believe you're going with a road team traveling from the West Coast.
I'm trying to get
game. For a 1 o'clock game. You understand? An eliminator, you are eliminated. You do not come back.
Yeah. Well, my reasoning was let me make it harder on myself at the beginning of the season, and then save all these superstar stud teams for the end of the season when everybody's out of superstars.
You understand? You have to get to the end of the season to
Jeremy,
save.
Listen, if I get out this week, I'm out this week. But
we're going completely different strategies because I think you're going to lose this week. So I'm just going to take Denver. I'm going to blow my load with Denver.
You're going to blow your load with Denver. So that's your eliminator.
I'm using Denver for my eliminator. Yes.
Okay.
You are going to lose. I think the Giants might win that game. Okay. And I'm going to take Denver and beat you in week 2, and then you owe me Super Bowl tickets.
Well, so now what are we doing?
Yeah.
Who are you going to take against the spread?
My spread game is football.
Wait, Jeremy, you broke up. Your internet froze. Who are you taking?
Can you hear me? I'm back. I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back. Okay.
Who are you taking against the spread?
Right, I'm going to make you sweat it out till Monday Night Football.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to take the Eagles plus 3.5 on the road at Indy. Give me the Eagles.
Plus 3.5, and
That's a big spread. The Eagles are a talented team, man. On turf, inside.
What's Arizona getting? Arizona's getting 2.5.
Is that your?
Oh no, Arizona's getting 1. I'm gonna take the 1.
So that's -1.
-1. They have to win by 1.
Right. So we're gonna do 16 weeks of locks, and winner gets an NFL ticket. I think that's great.
That's a lot. These are big stakes here.
I mean, it could be 3 years before we go to a game. We'll both be rich.
Well, that's what we always dream of. All right, let's go to the 7th shot.
This will be quick. I have a fantasy dud of the week. His name is Doug Martin. Oh. 9 carries for 9 yards last week. Reports out of Tampa say Lovie Smith benched him in the fourth quarter on a pivotal drive. Down 7, fourth quarter, they had the backup in when Doug Martin was healthy. It's not a good sign for Doug Martin owners. Sell if you can. He is my dud of the week.
Now, what about Jamal Charles? What about him?
Don't jump the gun. That's story number 8. I swear to God. I swear to God.
All right, shot number 8, Jeremy. What do we got?
Hey, nice segue. Thanks for that. Thanks. This is a new thing I call the worst team in the world. Now, there's no NFL teams outside of America, so we'll just say the world because it's the worst team in the world.
Well, when you win the world championship, right? When you're the world champs, when you win.
Yeah. So this is the worst team in the world.
Yeah.
So Keith Olbermann does worst person in the world. I'm going to one-up him because there's 52 people on an NFL team. So my worst team in the world, who do you think it is?
I'm going to take a long shot here, but I think it could be the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, how'd you know? That's crazy with the Jamal Charles thing. I think the Chiefs are the worst team in the world right now. Mm-hmm. The way they played against Tennessee's not that good. And they scored 10 points against them. Jamal Charles had 7 carries.
Well, I mean, Tennessee looked pretty good.
But they're fraudulent. Mike. Their defense is good.
Okay.
Jake Locker's not.
Okay.
I hope you didn't pick him up in waivers because he's not good.
I think I did.
Okay. So that's my word in the world. So you can hashtag worst team in the world at TSH Podcast and share your worst team with us, and we might share yours next week.
All right, shot number 9. The FCC is going to vote to dump its blackout rules. The vote happens September 30th. I don't know. They said the bottom line is the NFL no longer needs the government's help to remain viable, and we at the FCC shouldn't be compliant in preventing sports fans from watching their favorite teams on TV. And I totally agree. The blackout rule is retarded.
It's the worst thing going. That's not a politically correct term, but yeah, that's the worst thing going. There's no reason. I mean, who's going to vote on this? Who's going to vote no? Who's going to say no, there should be blackouts? I've never heard anyone.
I get it for the people that are running the stadium. They want to sell out the tickets. So within 72 hours.
No. If I'm low income, which I am, I don't make much money. I can't afford to go to NFL games. But what I can't afford is pay $10 for my red zone and pay $30 for my cable or $130, whatever the hell it is.
You pay a pretty penny for all that.
I do have great internet, as you can tell, though.
Yeah, it keeps
No, I can afford to watch on TV. I can't afford NFL games. How dare you take that away from people?
That's true. I agree, Jeremy.
They're greedy.
And I have such a nice setup. I mean, you get the surround sound, you get food, you get to lay in your pajamas.
Roger Goodell, it's not 10 a.m. when I watch games. It's $44 million Roger Goodell makes. $44 million.
This keeps going up, Jeremy. 44 million.
He's going to be 50 next week.
Well, Jeremy, didn't he start out as an intern? Maybe you could get his job. Maybe start going intern to NFL and work your way up.
I think Condoleezza Rice is going to be the commissioner by the end of the year.
All right, shot number 10. We talked about this, Jeremy. This could have been 2 years ago, a year ago. We talked about this a while ago. Yeah, Oscar Pistorius.
It's common in the court cases. They take forever. They just always.
He shot his girlfriend or wife through a bathroom door, killed her. Murder.
But
Jeremy, I think you said murder. This was definitely murder.
I said murder, but
now he's been acquitted of all murder charges. So he wasn't acquitted of all the charges, but the judge simply said she didn't think the prosecution had proven that it was premeditated murder. So
I think there's a problem with every court system in the world.
So still 3 gun charges, According to all accounts, the judge left the door open, convinced. All right, so basically, there's a lot of other things. So it's still it could be a murder charge, but a less murder charge. Because premeditated murder is much worse than just like murder.
Yeah.
You planned it out.
Who is getting found guilty for murder anymore? It feels like no one. Casey Anthony is free.
She's having a kid. She's having another kid.
That's not.
She's pregnant.
They should have cut her uterus out when
I know. She's like right down the street from you, Jeremy.
The guy who killed Trayvon Martin, he's free.
He's free.
No problem. And now Ray Rice, he's free. No jail. What? No one is accused.
Wait, he didn't murder anybody.
I know. Ray Lewis, he's on ESPN. He should be in jail.
Yeah.
Why is no one convicted of murder anymore? What's his reasonable doubt? If you think they did it, they did it.
Everybody likes to choose a side, and then sometimes you choose the wrong side. People look at you like you're retarded, and it's like you made the wrong choice. I know. I keep throwing that out there. Eli's stuck in my head. It's just like full retard.
If anyone is, it's him. Down syndrome might be more appropriate.
But it's like, if you go to the doctor and you get on the scale and they look at you, they're like, "Oh, you're 15 pounds overweight," and they look at you like you're the worst person in the world, like something. Yeah. It's not good.
Wait, did someone look at you like that, Mike?
No, but
it sounds like this is like last week at the doctor.
No, but if you do something like that, and so say you go out and get drunk, and then somebody looks at you like, "Wow, you are way too drunk." Like a lot of judgment is going on lately, and that needs to stop because sometimes if you kill somebody, you should be charged for murder. Most of the time.
It's a tough story to end on. He should be charged with murder. I feel bad he doesn't have legs, but that's not.
No, don't feel bad for him. Don't feel bad for him.
I'm not saying he shouldn't be murdered. It should be murder. But he doesn't have legs, so he doesn't get murdered.
So now you see, that's why he's not going to be murdered. Because people like you saying like,
I would have convicted him. I would have convicted. I'd say, sorry, you don't have legs. That's unfortunate. You killed her. Murder. Unfortunate.
I was going to say something really bad, but I'm not going to do it.
Probably say it. No one's watching by this point.
I'll tell you off air. It was really. All right. If you want to check us out, go to sportshangover.com, at TSH Podcast on Twitter. Yes, Jeremy.
It's important. At TSH Podcast, tweet us, hashtag worst team in the world.
Worst team in the world.
Get you involved in next week's show.
And also, you can hashtag like Michael's right on his pick this week kind of thing, my Eliminator pick or my Cardinals. They're going to win, Jeremy. I'm going to put some money on them. Just to double down.
Take the Eagles and the points. You won't be sorry.
What else?
So you do the opposite of all your parlays? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, so what did I... Hold on, let's go back to that. Since no one's watching at this point in the show.
Don't read them again, please.
Okay. No, just the 5 games. So
5 games.
So instead of Denver, I take KC?
That's a tough one. Take Denver.
Okay. Houston, I take the opposite. I take Oakland +3.
Yep.
Seahawks, I take San Diego +6.
Yep.
Saints, Cleveland, I take 6.5 on Cleveland.
Do it.
And then at Redskins, I take 5.5 on who? Who are they playing?
Jacksonville.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna switch it up.
You don't have to do it.
I know. Hey, Jeremy, I think you still have money on one of those accounts. So.
Yeah, we need to get that base.
All right. We'll be if we don't get arrested or molested abused, we'll be back.
Hang on. If you're still watching, you just won a grand prize. You just won an all-exclusive trip to the destination.
Give him a tweet, Jeremy. Give him a tweet. Hashtag to get us.
Hashtag thanks for watching.
All right. We'll be back next week.